Hey guys, what's up? I'm Slim and you're watching Slimothy TV. In this video, I have a super cool unboxing for you guys. As you can see, IceSword was kind enough to send us a ton of their new iPhone 14 Pro cases in pretty much every single color imaginable. So let's go ahead, unbox these, review them, and see how they stack up against the competition. So I don't even know where to begin. I guess we'll start here with this one, and I'm gonna push these all off to the side, even though they are, it's like looking at Skittles or something. There's just tons of color everywhere. It looks super cool, but we have to do these one by one here. So I'm gonna set this over here. So here is their mint green color. As you guys can see down here, mint green for the iPhone 14 Pro, which we do have in the studio in deep purple. So you can kind of get an idea of the color here. Now, I'm not entirely sure how to open these. So let's just go ahead and start ripping it here. Let's see if that works. Okay, so you just kind of push in on it and it opens right up. There we go. And we are presented with a thank you card. Very nice. And I'll set that over here to the side. And here is the case itself. Nothing else in the box. All right, guys. So here it is, the mint green color. And the IceSword branding in here, designed in California. And then there is their website right there. I really do like this mint green color. It's very subtle. It's not in your face at all. Basically exactly what you would think of if you think of mint green. On the back here, there is no branding, nothing on the sides. So let's go ahead and grab the iPhone 14 Pro here. Let's quickly talk about the inside here. This is kind of a soft suede feeling material. You can see the inside goes all the way around, which is good. So it shouldn't scratch your phone or anything. So let's go ahead, stick the phone inside here. That was a very easy install. I like that. And that is what it looks like with the iPhone 14 Pro deep purple color. Shining right through, looks really good. Now, one thing I always test on this type of case is the corners right here by the volume switch. That is usually not as well reinforced right there. But on this case, it appears to be pretty well reinforced. In fact, it's the same pretty much all the way through and through. So the power button and the volume buttons are not really a weak point on this case, which is awesome to see. On the side here, you can see the volume buttons there, the bottom cutout, the side, and then of course the camera cutout with the razivity is perfect. So you're not gonna have to worry too much about that. Let's check the button feel on this one. It's a little bit muted. It's a little bit more difficult to access than some other cases, but they are nice, soft, and squishy. So some people might actually prefer that. Me personally, I like a little bit more feeling in my button. And then on the side here, you can actually see where the two sides of this case were kind of melded together. Not a huge deal, but you can visibly see it and you can feel it as well. So that is there. And that is what it looks like. Just a basic silicone type case. So this obviously rivals Apple's silicone case, but obviously you get a lot more color options with this one. So let's go ahead, pop this one off. Let's see how hard it is to take off. It should not be difficult. And then we will weigh it and see how much it weighs. And here we go. So we'll bring out the trusty scale here and let's tear it out. All right, so we got it zeroed out. Let's go ahead and drop this on the scale. This is about 31 grams, it appears. So if we take that off, it should go back to zero. There we go. If we take the iPhone 14 Pro and just stick it on there just to give you a reference point, it is 205 grams. So adding this on is about 30 more grams, not a whole lot. It's a very, very light case, very lightweight, but it actually feels pretty substantial on the sides. They are a lot thicker and sturdier than the other silicone cases that we have reviewed. Let's move on to another color. All right, so next up, guys, let's check out their red colorway. So this one looks really cool, very vibrant, much more vibrant than the mint. So just depends what you're into. So we'll rip this one open. Another thank you card. We can set that to the side. And here it is. Wow. That is a very, very bright red color. I like it. I really like it. When something is advertised as red, I want to see it be red, and this is very red. So let's grab the iPhone 14 Pro, pop it right in. So this is the deep purple color with their red. Just kind of show you guys what it looks like. I'll zoom out just a tad. It looks very good. Even with the deep purple, they kind of contrast each other. And like I said, this is super bright red. You can see it around the corners. That's what it will look like when you are staring at your phone. Whether you want something so bright or not, that is up to you. But if you are looking for like a product red iPhone 14 color, I think this is pretty dang close. It's super bright. Let's move on to the next. Let's bring it back to basics and just do a typical black case here because I know so many people just want a simple black silicone case. Let's see how IceSword stacks up to the competition here. So here it is, super deep black. I really like that. It's not really like a gray or anything. This is a black. So let's grab the iPhone 14 Pro. A lot of people say that the deep purple color of the iPhone 14 Pro looks black, but when you contrast them like this, in studio lighting, you can definitely see that the purple is purple and the black is black. Of course, in some lightings, the deep purple does look black, but this case is super dark and I think it looks really slick. It's just literally like putting a glove onto your phone. The grippiness is pretty good. I think it will wear in with time and actually get better because right now it is just fresh silicone basically. Of course, the resivity and everything is the same on all these models. There's no difference in button feel or anything. They all feel exactly the same. Cutouts, of course, exactly the same. I'm just showing you the different colors so you can take a look. This might also help you choose between what color of iPhone you want to get so that you can pair it with different cases. Like I said, IceSword has so many different colors here. We got to move on to the next one. Otherwise, this is going to be a 30-minute video. Next up, let's take it to this one. This is their orange colorway, and it almost looks like a peach to me. Let's take a look and see. But yeah, I would consider this to be a little bit more of a peach color. And let's see, this one is kind of trolling me a little, not letting me open it. There we go. So I think maybe in the future they should have a little pull tab or something for these. I really like the packaging. It's very minimal and it just looks clean. I don't like seeing that Facebook like icon, but overall the packaging is super clean. Maybe just a pull tab or something to push in on. That would be awesome for their packaging. So this looks pretty true to life. It's a light orange. It's almost a peachy color, as you can see on the inside here. This is definitely a peach color. This outside is a little bit more orange than a peach color, but again, it's not a bright orange like in your face. For example, this was their red. Super in your face, very red. And this orange color is a little bit more muted. Let's grab the iPhone 14 Pro here, stick it right in, and there we go. We can see the contrast between the purple and the orange. Those are obviously opposite colors. So if you're someone that likes to see a bezel around their phone of the color of their case, I know some people like that. This will give you a good idea of what this one will look like in real life. I think it looks really good, guys. It's almost a pastel-y orange. I think that's probably a pretty good description. Very nice. Let's move on to the next. All right, next up, guys, we got to check out their purple colorway. This is almost like a lilac or a lavender, in my opinion. So let's rip this open. There we go. Push that out of the way. Let's take a look at it up close and personal. Yeah, that is a very pastel-y purple color. So let's go ahead and grab the 14 Pro, take a look at what this looks like. I'm super excited to see this one because, yeah, deep purple plus this purple color, this is the move for sure. If you have the iPhone 14 Pro in deep purple and you want to go all in with that purple colorway, this is the case to get. Check that out. That looks really good, guys. Especially because you get this pop of color on the front. And then when you turn it over, you can still see the purple there, but it's a little darker. I think this is a very good. This is probably my favorite combo so far. So that's just a pro tip. If you got the deep purple, get this purple case. It looks really good. Let's move on to the next. All right, guys, next up, we've got their yellow colorway. And this is a very bright yellow. And we will contrast this to the purple color because obviously opposite colors. So here is the yellow, here is the purple, here is their orange color, and here is the red. So you can see just how muted some of these are. This one is poppy and bright. And if you are looking for a bright sunflower-like yellow, this is probably the one to get. Let's stick it on the 14 Pro here. And look at that with the purple. You got purple and yellow, which of course are opposite colors, looking super nice. And that is a bright color on the front. So you can see that ring all the way around. Take a look at that, see if this is the color that you want. If you want to stand out, this is one of the colors to definitely consider looking at. I quite like the contrast between the purple and the yellow. I think it looks super slick, but you can judge for yourself. In the hand, the grip is great on these. I don't have any complaints about the hand feel, even though, like I said, there is that double shot ridge. You can see where it is mended together. Realistically, I mean, it doesn't make any real difference in real usage. I can feel it, but it's not uncomfortable or anything. It's just, I don't know, it's almost like a little grip. So yeah, that is the yellow colorway. Let's move on to the next. All right, let's switch it up a bit here next. Let's do the white one. So in the same vein that some people just want a basic black case, some people just want a basic white case. They call this white and it is pretty close to white. Yeah, this is probably about as white as they get. You can see the inside there, nice gray color. Of course, all of these have that same suede-ish material, super soft. And that's the inside of this one. I did notice up here on this one, if I kind of pull on this, I can pull off some of this suede material. So it doesn't look like it's glued on there super strong. So I don't know how that would hold up over time if you take off the case, put it back on like a million times. But if you're someone that just, sets it and forgets it, I wouldn't worry about that at all. And that's how probably 99% of people are. They get a case, they stick it on, and they don't think about it. In that case, this is perfect. Here is the white one. This is super clean, very clean setup. If you're looking for like a minimalist iPhone case, this is probably the definition of it right here. Just a basic blank white case with no branding on it, super discreet, except for the front. You can really see that bezel all the way around. Now the iPhone 14s hardly have any black bezel, as you can see right here, but with this white case, you can see it a little bit more. Some people might like it, some people might not, but that is how it looks. One thing I did notice, like I said, over here, it's super strong and does not feel like it's going to sag or anything, but down here, this is not really reinforced at all. So you do have to be aware that this is a little squishy and this part is probably going to wear out first on these cases, just from experience with these types of cases. Usually it's these buttons that are not reinforced, but if I take this off here, I'll just show you right here. You can see it's definitely not reinforced. These sides are, but the bottom's not. So not a huge deal. This is actually more reinforced than most of the silicone cases we've reviewed, but just keep that in mind. But let's move on to the next one. I really like this white one. All right, check this one out, guys. This is called their Lovely Pink. And this is quintessentially that. It's basically just a nice light pink color. So let's pull this off here. There we go. Set this to the side. And here it is. Lovely Pink, as they call it. It looks like bubblegum. Like exactly reminds me of bubblegum right here. Just a nice bright pink. On the inside, they actually matched the suede to basically be the same color as the outside. So that is something that looks cool here. Let's grab the iPhone 14 Pro. Again, deep purple. You can see the contrast. It's dark and then light. This would look good with probably any color iPhone 14 Pro, to be honest. White, black, gold, deep purple. It's going to look good regardless. But keep in mind, this is a pink color. And you can definitely see that on the front here. If I unlock it, that's how it will look on the front. So yeah, this is definitely a pink case. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, this is a pink case. If you are a dude, keep that in mind. This is not like a nude beige color, which we are going to get to. They call it sand pink. But this one I think is more unisex. This one is very, very pink. So yeah, there it is, the pink color on the deep purple. I think it looks great. I think this is going to be a hit with the girls. It's just such a nice bubblegum color. Check this one out for sure. Of course, links to all these down below. All right, after all that, can you believe it? We still have 5 more cases to unbox here. Let's actually do this green one here because that looks pretty unique. So that will be next up. And here it is. Pop it open. This is called Pine Green, in case you're wondering. You want to pick it up on their website. Here it is. And you can see the inside, again, suede-ish material, darkened to the same color. So it matches. Looks really good. Let's stick the iPhone in. You can see just how easy it is to stick the phone into these cases. I love that. And it's not like it's going to come out or anything. It's just easy in, easy out. Some cases are not like that. Just keep that in mind. I really like these easy ones, especially as a reviewer. Now, I'm just looking at this here, and I think this might be my new favorite. For some reason, the purple and the green is just doing it for me. It looks really good. Don't know what it is about it, but I just like it a lot. On the front here, it's a little bit more subtle. You can see the rings around it of that pop of green, but it's not anything that's in your face or too bright. Yeah, this looks just really good all around. Of course, this would go well with pretty much any color. Yeah, check this one out, Pine Green. It's a nice one. All right, guys, next up we have Clove Purple, which honestly, this looks like a blue to me. It looks kind of like a sky blue. I don't have anything here to compare it to exactly, but they call it Clove Purple. Here is a green, and let's actually compare it to their other purple case that we reviewed. This is purple, and this is Clove Purple. So I would say this is a blue. I don't know. Roast me in the comments if you don't think so, but I'm saying it's a blue. Let's pop it open. Let's see what we've got. Okay, look at that. Yeah, this is a sky blue. Again, very pastel-y. Let's grab the iPhone here, stick it in. This looks great too with the purple, actually. Maybe they called it Clove Purple because they knew it would work well with the purple iPhone. But there it is. Sky blue to me, but Clove Purple to IceSword, so pick your choose. I actually haven't found one of these that looks bad on the iPhone 14 Pro, which is incredible because I'm pretty picky with colors, but all of these look really good. I'm having a hard time saying, oh, that one doesn't look good, because they're all just minimalistic and they look good. So check this one out if you are into a bluish, apparently clove purple color, kind of a sky blue. I actually think this one is going to sell really well, especially if they have this color for the iPhone 14s, because the iPhone 14 has a color that's similar to this, maybe a little darker. You know, I was going to do one of the other pinks or reds, but let's do this one because this one, they call it blue. So this is called blue. This was called Clove Purple, and this is called purple. So definitely blue. I'm standing by that. Let's pop this one open. This one is obviously more of a dark navy, maybe a marine blue. Yeah, I would say a navy blue for sure. On the camera here, it almost looks a little bit indigo, but in real life, I'm not sure if that's just my viewfinder. I'll see in post. I'll try to get it as close to real life as possible. It's a marine, like a deep ocean blue. It looks classy. That's the word that I would use to describe this one. Let's put the iPhone into it. I think if you want contrast, obviously get the white iPhone with this color, and that would pop quite a bit. With this one, it's actually a very close color match. So the deep purple and this color, they're just close in, I guess, color family. So keep that in mind. That is what it looks like. You can barely see it on the front, just a tiny pop of color. Nothing too in your face. Here's what it looks like setting down. This one is just super classy. Check this one out for sure. All right, I'm excited for this one, guys. I like this color. It's called Berry, and it almost looks like a mix between this pink, a red, and a little bit of orange. So let's pop it open and see. what it looks like. This might be my favorite. I don't know how well it's going to go with the purple. It might not go well at all, but there it is up close and personal, the berry color. Kind of a fresh poppy color. Let's grab the phone, stick it right in. Okay, actually, it doesn't look bad. Again, what the heck? I thought that this color would not look good with purple, but it does. So I don't even know what's going on today because that looks good. You know, like you expect to not like something and then all of a sudden you like it and it's just kind of strange. I think this color looks just fine with the deep purple. Here's what it looks like. Imagine whatever your color is shining through right there. That's really the only spot you see your color besides maybe down here in your mute switch. The rest is totally covered up, which I think is great. Gives you a lot of protection, a lot of grip. You can see that ring around the front. I actually really dig that. It looks good to me. It is kind of in your face. It's very, it's a bright color. It's like a bright pastel color. If that's not an oxymoron, I'm not sure, but that's what it looks like. Might be my favorite one so far, top 3 for sure. Check this one out. Let's move on to the last case. All right, and the final case, which I think is a little more unisex, but I think it will skew towards the girls, is sand pink here. I personally like this one. It's kind of a nude color, like a beige, gives off kind of a minimalist vibe. I know all of these are minimalistic, but the colorway can say a lot about a minimalist person. For example, these two, they give off completely different vibes. So just keep that in mind. This just feels minimal. And you can see it's almost a skin tone, like a nude color. It's definitely not as pink as this one. And here it is next to white. So you can kind of see the contrast and the difference. That's really what this video is all about. I mean, objectively as a case, these are awesome. This video is all about showing you the different colors that IceSword has. And there we go. Again, deep purple, sand pink, looks good. Combo you would have never expected right here. Looking awesome on the channel. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing the beige undertones here is what it looks like in this lighting. Again, this is studio lighting and my camera is pretty much, I've tried to dial it in to be as close to realistic as possible. I know some YouTubers, they try to fiddle with it to make it look poppy or look good. The camera right now is shooting to be very true to life. In post, I will edit it just a bit to give it a little bit more flair, but what you see is pretty close to what you're gonna get here. This is the sand pink color, looking really cool. So let's wrap this video up. All right, it's very difficult to get these all in one shot, but here it is. Just for calibration purposes, if you guys know what the deep purple iPhone looks like, here it is. And here are the cases that we just reviewed. All of them are pretty much the same except for the color and the interior bit. It's all the same, just a slightly different color. They all have pretty good protection. These are not like those super ultra rugged cases where you can throw them off a building. These are just for day-to-day use. You know, if you drop your phone out your pocket, it's probably gonna be okay with these. It's gonna obviously protect against scratches because almost the entire phone is covered except for the camera and down here and the mute switch. But other than that, your phone is totally protected in these. It's covered. And if you want something a little bit different than Apple's colors, I know their colors are kind of muted and they cycle through them a lot. These are IceSword's colors that you guys can pick through. Big thank you and shout out to them, of course, for sending these out free for review. Really like these. Check them out. Links to everything down below. If you like the video, hit it with a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.